Hello, I'm Lofi.
I'm Jinxie.
And we are here for...
We moved the camera, so I kept looking where the camera used to be, and I'm like, there's nothing there. Are we recording? It's up there. We're trying a different position today.
Anyways, yeah, we're watching Nancy Drew, episode 2.
We really enjoyed episode 1. Mm-hmm. We hopped right into the mystery of the Aglaeca and met the Bobbsey twins. Mm-hmm. And Nancy confronted some of her fears about herself.
And her family.
Yes.
Her biological family. Jinxie pointed out that the cop is a different actor? Or was it somebody was?
No. Everett.
Everett.
I didn't point it out. One of the commenters pointed it out. I don't know how we didn't notice, and I think it's because we're familiar with both actors. The one who played the previous one and the one who's playing this one. So for some reason, even though it's like they don't look the same, we're so used to both of those character actors that we didn't even notice they switched.
I know.
We were like, he looks familiar.
Yeah, we still just had that sense. Well, because the thing is, no, I do remember when I initially saw him, I was like, who's that guy?
I didn't even register in my brain. Literally, I was like, oh, I've seen this guy played a villainous, not so good guy before. Or a dad of some sort. I can't remember what. But I think a dad. I feel like I've seen him as a dad. I don't even notice.
But yeah, no, I was like, who's this guy? And then later on they were talking. I was like, oh yeah, I must have just forgotten. Because I forget people a lot, and I forget names a lot. So I just kind of went with it.
That was so funny. We also found out that the Aglaeca is going to kill them in that particular manner that they're having the portents for. So, like, the car came back, or the truck. They can't get the meat hooks off of the ceiling. Bess is still going to die in fire.
I know. I liked the bit of relationship growth that we got in the first one. Ace being upset, but also communicating his feelings.
Yes.
And, telling Nancy to not be a martyr.
Agreed.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to take on everything. She's got friends. They can share the burden.
Yes. And then there were some interactions with her and Ryan and sort of figuring out their relationship or lack thereof.
Has not patched up with Carson yet, though. Yes. So let's hope.
Yeah, I mean, we really didn't even see them, her and Carson, together at all.
I hope we get some more clues on the Aglaeca mystery, because now we're looking for a sea shanty.
Oh, yeah.
A sea shanty that might have more clues.
Yeah, and then we'll have more, I think, obviously, I think we're going to see the Bobbsey twins more, because we didn't really know why they needed the money so desperately, so that'll definitely come back around.
Plus, I really enjoyed that we're going to have more siblings. Mm-hmm. So.
We're fans of siblings.
Yes.
Like growing up watching Mary, Kate, and Ashley.
That's right. We should probably push play now.
God, I'm so tired. We haven't slept for like 36 hours.
It's still just going after that night in the forest.
You should totally stay with Nancy.
Oh.
That's a great idea. Did the archives bring anything up?
Nancy's not even paying attention to them at all.
They're both so worried about Nancy, and Nancy's like oblivious.
Oh, it says the lyrics are the only account of the Aglaeca's death.
In 1949, the main composers project did a single recording.
Of course, a single recording. I'm surprised she brought that book with her to the cemetery. Or is she making notes in it?
Yeah, I think she's copying stuff, so maybe just for historical.
Marvin.
Oh,
somebody crossed it all out. Who?
Ooh, there's scratches on it.
Oh, like claws.
Like Aglaeca claws? Are you a murderer, Marvin?
Who's watching you? Is it a ghost or a human?
Oh, no, it's the Aglaeca. There she is.
She does not like it.
Oh, I can't help it. She was like looking at us.
Oh man, you wouldn't. I honestly don't think you would be able to watch the House on Haunting.
The one on Netflix?
Yes.
It's pretty cold out.
I'm not getting into your death truck.
Your death truck.
The death truck.
I mean, the thing is, yeah, if they're both supposed to die, then I guess if one of them's only in it, then maybe they'll be.
Jeez.
No.
Tourist, drop your phone and keep your eyes on the road.
Is it an idiot tourist?
I don't know, but that was clearly somebody. Otherwise, why show them?
The only Mac I know is Johnny Mac, and he's been dead for over 40 years.
Oh, maybe that's why I never
Hit by a
returned it.
semi out on Route 1.
Oh. Aglaeca death.
Accounting for inflation since 1975.
Should have brought Nick.
Nick's gonna run out of money if he's funding all your mystery searches.
Hey, Mom.
Oh, yeah, his mom. Because remember, he was like too ashamed to see them before.
Yeah. Now he's got something to show. I mean, I don't really show, but
He feels like he has something to show, yeah.
Can you believe this? Some bird-brained tourist
Oh
almost
no, was
drove
it
us
her?
Mom, this is
no.
George Fan, and we are dating.
this is so awkward. It totally is her.
Was it a blue SUV coming from the mini mart? Oh, God.
He looks
like you just
tired.
returned from war. Your mom is here? You have a mom?
Thank you. If we survive this, I owe you.
Why did he just get an apartment? I don't understand. He has the money for one. Well, maybe he doesn't want to.
We skipped the friend part the first time around.
Yeah, I think we skipped over a lot of things the first time around.
Right. I was like, why did you bring that up? Just to make things awkward?
I kind of love it though,
I know.
because it's not like it's over, then it's over forever. We were together before, and you know, even though we're not like together anymore,
Well, I mostly just because she doesn't know that
our
she's
relationship
with George.
is changing.
So
That's why it's
yeah.
like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, is it Ghost? Is it Ghost?
Or is it Carson just coming home to grab something?
Carson's checking in. That's exactly what Mom would do. Oh,
What happened there?
What the hell?
Is it the Aglaeca?
Did Aglaeca have a party in the kitchen?
Hey, buddy.
Is that
Oh.
Mac?
Give me a drink. Hey, who are you?
It's Mac. Definitely. He's looking for some booze.
Why? He's
Maybe
like a
he just doesn't
poltergeist?
understand what's happening. I don't know. How is Nancy still asleep? My gosh.
Their house has very good soundproofing walls.
Apparently.
I've seen that guy before. Yeah, at Diana Marvin's party.
Oh,
Hey, buddy.
why was he at the party?
Maybe that's where the record is.
Or like your theory that he's related to the Aglaeca.
I really need someone to actually work.
No, not it.
Look at nobody. They all work for him, but nobody's
I
actually
don't want to be
work.
around the mom, or
Fine. But I'm not doing dishes. I just got a fresh manicure. I'm not dying with gross nails.
they're all like, we're too close to death. I can't work.
I know. So funny.
Hire somebody else.
I know. You need some real workers.
Find some
It's
16-year-old.
more like a vanity restaurant at this point.
I'm really glad she's got friends she can lean on. I just want to know, is she okay?
Oh, poor Carson.
I know.
Would you make sure she's eating? Whenever she's got a lot going on in her life, stress, she forgets to eat.
Looks like that runs in the family.
She thinks I'm a raging lunatic.
No, she doesn't. It's just because she's only seen that side to you. Which doesn't exist in real world.
Just admit it does. We know it does.
Nice cover mess.
Yeah.
Your father and I spent your entire life trying to prepare you for every possible threat. But it didn't matter. We still lost you. I want you near me.
Aww.
I own my own business. Got friends. A girlfriend.
She's not gonna like George. She
How'd
wants
you
you to
like
come home
to
to
show
her.
the Nickersons the best of Horseshoe Bay?
She's like, is there a best of
Yes.
Horseshoe Bay?
I would love that.
She's like, Beth, what's the best of Horseshoe Bay?
I quite like Nick's mom.
There's a whole section on the Revolutionary War, Mrs. Nickerson.
George, you gotta be so awkward about this.
I think she's just worried. That mirror makes me nervous.
Oh, totes.
Why are you going to check it out?
With his eerie breathing. I'm like, Aglaeca or Mac? Aglaeca or Mac?
I know.
Which one?
Or third ghost.
Hey, buddy. Can you get me a drink?
Sure.
I'm in real trouble, buddy.
Oh, he's calling
Me and the
Buddy.
others did something stupid. We called out to that thing in the sea, and now it's
Knew
trying to kill
it!
us all.
Yeah.
What happened to that record?
Hey,
Oh no.
okay. Just
Oh, you're gonna have to pay for all that.
Yeah.
Or run.
He grabs him again.
Something with the arms? Is it specific?
Does it have to do with the claw or something? Now that he's the owner? But why I don't know why he's like attached himself to him. That's what I'm curious.
Welcome to the claw. Forget it. I'll do it myself.
What's she want you to do?
This is Nancy.
Nancy, Carson Drew's Nancy. I've heard so many lovely things about
Oh,
you.
because he was.
Oh, yeah, because he's his lawyer,
Yeah.
of course. She'd like her more.
We saw Casper the friendly drug at the antique store.
Ooh, employee meeting.
Oh, Mom, if you sit right there.
Employee meeting.
Ghost meeting.
Take a look.
So Mac thinks I'm his best friend because Buddy and I are both black.
It's interesting that he was playing along with him until he asked about the 45, though.
Well, housewarming gift.
Oh.
I don't know what to say.
maybe you can tell me your side of the story.
Help me understand how you did what you did.
Ace is so nice.
I know.
It closed when I was a kid and became something of an urban legend after that.
Oh.
Rumors
Also?
said it was somewhere out in Stratemeyer Woods.
A different woods
But
than
the place
Gorham.
was scrubbed from all maps and public records.
Why?
Was there a scandal, I'm guessing?
Also, who were the other 5 people that he called the Aglaeca with?
Yeah, me and some buddies.
They all
Maybe other
died
people
for him, maybe, too. If he was the last one. He got to the sea shanty in time, but then he died after that.
Maybe it was other people who squatted there, or they're orphans.
Looks like they left in a hurry.
Looks like they straight up vanished.
Yeah.
Getting serious Roanoke vibes.
Oh, God.
I mean, if it wasn't Nancy Drew, I would say that this was like experiments, but I'm gonna guess something supernatural instead.
Yeah, and that's Rita.
The ghost who tried to kill me during the nor'easter.
Rita!
There's Javier from Larkspur, Autumn and
Oh.
Perry outside Claire's house.
None of them made it
Rita
past
at
the
the
Aglaeca.
claw. They were all ghosts.
Oh, awesome. Dude, the one in the hospital, too, I was like, was he a ghost? Remember that time?
Yeah.
But then I thought he wasn't. I thought he was just a regular guy.
What about this guy, huh? With the fox tattoo. AJ.
I don't think I've seen his ghost before.
He has the tape.
He's the only one who lived because he managed it.
Yeah.
Managed to find solve it, maybe?
He was an orphan here, too.
Hey, so were all the others.
Can't find an obituary for AJ.
Maybe 'cause
AJ
they're still alive.
lived?
Yeah, I feel like probably AJ has it.
It's always in the vents.
Oh no, is that AJ?
Matt got paranoid and violent before he died.
Yeah.
You think he took out AJ?
I'm fairly certain that the skeleton will be identified as AJ Nishiyama.
Sorry, I'm unaccustomed to getting evidence briefings from seafood restaurant waitstaff.
Well, you should get used to it.
All right.
We went for a drive.
In the middle of the night.
It was dark. We got lost.
Not at the library. My mom spearheaded the changeover to CDs. I objected.
Mac.
Or I suppose Rita, but Rita only came back during the nor'easter.
You okay, Nick?
Can they not see him?
No.
Where did you hide it? The record? That's what I hid?
Oh, did they hide it so you'd pay his tab or something?
Buddy has it?
So it is at the bar?
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, his
his
neck. Ooh.
This is getting dangerous for him.
Yeah. Also, you might want to concealer that before you meet your mom. Maybe the body's not AJ, maybe it's Buddy. Oh. I don't know.
Maybe.
Or, well, someone took it and hid it. Whether it's AJ or Buddy, I don't know.
I just found a home for some of it.
Oh.
Really? God, nobody on Earth likes
Yeah.
peppermint coffee except for Carson Drew.
Awkward.
Well, I mean, he could have talked to me. For 19 years, he could have talked to me.
You're 100% right. But with the Aglaeca coming after us, we might not have years.
Oh.
Good point. And also, I think she's becoming more ready to start
She just needs
dealing
some
with
time
him anyway.
Victim's name is Buddy Fowler.
Uh-huh.
Broken wrist and forearm suggest he was beaten pretty badly. Any hunches on why Buddy the skeleton ended up in that particular room?
AJ stole the record and blamed it on Buddy, maybe, or?
Can I get back to you on that?
I eagerly await our next chat.
When it zoomed out, his name tag says A. Takumura.
Yeah.
So I was like, is he related?
I was wondering.
Because of the way the camera had pulled out.
Yeah.
So now he's gonna try and kill you.
Who's going to kill you? Ned Nickerson. You'd better start telling me the truth.
You're not gonna believe it though, because it's a ghost.
There's a ghost who wants to kill you because he thinks you're his black best friend. I travel with my Bible, prayer shawl, and anointing oils.
She's like, I'm
You
on
don't need
this.
to convince me of the supernatural.
Oh, snap.
Nice.
We are going back to Florida.
Mom, no, we're not.
Why? Because of your girlfriend?
Rude.
I'm not going back. And if you can't deal with that, if it's too painful, then don't visit.
Oh, he's a meanin'. That's what he wants.
I know. I mean, I can see where she's coming from, though, because he was in jail for 2 years. So, for her,
yeah,
it's like, why wouldn't you come home after that experience and be with your family who you couldn't see? But he's building a life here, Mom. A life solving mysteries.
But George and I were gonna tell you when things calm down, but
Oh, telling her.
after everything with Carson and...
Oh, yeah. Oh, because she did just. I mean, her mom just outed it.
I totally forgot.
Yeah.
That Nancy didn't know.
I know.
For what it's worth, I'm
I'm really glad that you guys are happy.
Thanks. I guess it's up to us to solve our own problem.
Guess that's what you get for growing up.
You could have taken it and used it as collateral.
But Mac never found the record, so maybe the 45's still at the bar.
Yes.
If you're lucky.
Did you check the jukebox?
I'm sorry that I snapped at you before. I am generally foul-mouthed, prickly, and distrustful. And life hasn't made me nice. It's made me vicious. Which is why I'm the perfect person to watch Nick's back. I'm here now because Nick is in trouble, and I really don't think you should leave while you two are still in a fight.
Aw.
George!
So, how do we get him out of trouble?
I love that she's just like, I have my Bible, I believe in ghosts.
Yeah, right? And I feel like this is the most relationshipy I've actually seen George, even more than the, like, sweet moments.
Yeah.
She's like, I got his back.
Would this be enough to rent the place for the night?
We just want to hang out.
I really hope you never run out of money, Nick.
I know. Are they even over 21? Wait, what's the drinking age in Maine?
It's gotta be 21. Isn't all US 21?
Yeah.
We're US, and yet we don't even know our own drinking age. It's because we live right next to the border, so often we're like, 19's fine.
Right. Well, I mean, also in our state now, you have to be 21 to smoke.
Oh, what's that have to do with it?
Like cigarette. I just mean things change.
Oh.
Mom?
Heard you all could use some help finding a record. I brought Vicious.
Rough Vicious?
Yes, got a
That's the
nickname
best
now.
nickname,
That's hilarious.
Oh?
Buddy hid it in plain sight, and it's still there, okay?
How do you get into the machine?
Press the Apple thing.
Oh no.
He's coming. We need to hurry up.
Yeah, especially like this is the worst place for Nick to be.
Okay. Mac,
You guys, somebody go over there and help
I know.
Nick. I don't know, just like...
I don't know, is there salts or anything? Oh my lord.
Nick, come on, get up.
It's too dangerous. Get back.
Oh, come on,
Not
Nick.
too dangerous, it's only dangerous for you.
If they, like, cushion you
Hit him over
around...
the head with like a bottle. Can you do that with a ghost?
Oh, yeah, then they can all see him.
There you go.
Ooh, nice, George.
The problem is if you give him the record, then...
Yeah, then they won't have it. Oh, she's gonna
Oh,
play
she's
it.
gonna play it. Marvin.
Loved Odette. So the Aglaeca was originally Odette. The captain's bride. So,
Captain Marvin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we gonna see more of those ghosts or no?
Mrs. Nickerson?
Cut those into strips.
Is this like one of Nick's favorite foods or something cute?
Probably.
When I saw how ferociously you defended Ned from that ghost.
She did one cut and then stopped.
Use canned biscuits for the dumplings instead of dough from scratch. That's the key. I don't share that with just anyone.
Aww.
Then she died of consumption before they reached land.
Did she though?
Wait, she died of an illness?
Seems unlikely.
Yeah. Was she poisoned? Is there...
No, remember she was like hung or something, right? And shaved? Or something like that?
In French, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
She's a French heiress.
hear the truth. I was no man's wife.
Oh.
They stole my fortune and took my life. My chaperone betrayed me. Now you ask of me, but do not pay my toll. So 7 days later, I'll come for your soul.
So only had 7 days.
It's a song to her victims. Last thing they ever heard.
How many days
Is
has it
this
been?
how the Marvins got rich? It's been 2? 3?
I don't remember how many days. There's a trial?
We have exactly 3 days left.
3 days. 3 days!
Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm! Wait. Everybody calm down!
I can't go back home until I've proved that I'm not that scared boy in a courtroom who made his mother cry.
Oh, this is such good stuff. Oh.
At least let me pray over you.
No. No, let me pray over you.
No.
I'm so glad we got to meet his mom.
And let our family always be connected.
Oh, I hope it's Nancy. I hope it's Nancy.
I know.
Oh. She leave something?
Guess so. Or did Ace leave it?
I think he's gonna think it's Ace.
But it was
But
Nancy.
it's probably Nancy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I love that she's like making overtures and not waiting for him to just come to her.
Hey, these flowers are from Harbor Day. Just a couple days ago.
Who's the card from?
Is it a cute?
I can't read
AJ?
it. It got rained on.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
definitely
it's gotta be AJ. Because we only saw 5 of them back there, right? There wasn't 6. Because there should be at least 6.
Because it said me and my 5 friends or something.
Well, because it has to be 6 to call the Aglaeca.
Oh, yeah. I guess you can maybe find out who sent the flowers.
He's still alive.
And he knows how to defeat the Aglaeca.
Because he did it. He lived.
But can they all live?
What a great episode.
Yeah.
I love this.
I liked it even better than the first one, for sure.
Agreed. Just to get out of the way at first, I am getting kind of the hints that the detective is related. Maybe the son of AJ?
Or like
or something
grandson.
like that. Yeah.
Depending on...
We don't know how old. AJ was probably around the same age as them in the 70s because they're all the same orphanage.
That's true, yeah.
So then he would be, I think, the right age to be a son. But it could also be the camera trying to trick us because they did that pullback to his name tag. Which is obviously...
Asian.
Yeah, Japanese name. So I think it might be a little like they're trying to trick you or they're trying to give you a clue. I'm not sure which.
The thing is, then wouldn't he know his AJ's name? But then again, also, if he lived in an orphanage, he might have changed his name.
That's what I'm thinking. He probably changed his name because, especially if your 5 friends died, and you're lived in an orphanage anyway, so perhaps you don't have a connection with your family. You wouldn't necessarily want to even keep that name. Yeah, and we don't know what he did to get rid of the Aglaeca, so perhaps he just wanted to completely disconnect from all of that. I was so surprised that they brought back these ghosts like Rita, who was a one-off that I don't know if they planned this from the beginning. They were like, are we going to bring her back? Because I did wonder about the guy in the hospital, the other one.
Yeah.
I was like, is he a ghost? Because he was in this kind of haze.
I mean, didn't they tell us he was a ghost?
No, because we saw
Orderly,
who's not really an orderly, interacting with him. So we then were like, oh no, I guess he's not a ghost. But we thought he was because of the haze.
And then it turns out the orderly wasn't actually an orderly.
Yeah, right. But I don't know if I cut that out of our reaction or not. But there is a moment where I said, is he a ghost? I did not suspect the 2 people who were walking by the car, though. Which is in her blue car. And they're like, hey, hero of Horseshoe Bay. Those are the other ghosts.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then obviously Mac, who we saw, who was a ghost. So obviously from Mac's point, they had to have known that he was going to be a ghost and they were going to use him. Or maybe not. Maybe they were like, hey, this is great. Let's use this.
Right. Like we already just had him randomly in here.
Yeah.
So if they did, though, honestly, that's really good backtracking.
Right.
Usually those are just, random plot holes and then they bring it in the last 2 episodes. But if they were like, you know what, let's use things we've already had, then great. But I feel like they probably kind of already knew because since part of the Aglaeca did start last season, I feel like they probably had that in the plan.
Well, especially with Rita. Rita's the ghost that showed up that was really random and was a really early ghost before we were even sure ghosts were real almost.
Yeah, she was the first hint.
And since she had no part in Lucy's ghost mystery or any of the other ghost mysteries, it was kind of strange that she showed up and we got no resolution to her story or who she even was. So I kind of love it. And I kind of hope we see a few of them, but I don't know if that's just the end of them or not.
I feel like it's probably the end of them, otherwise it doesn't really make sense for them to come back. But, I mean, there might be other Aglaeca deaths, but I feel like that would be, at that point, a little repetitive. Yeah, no, I love that they just went back with all the ghosts that had been previously in there and sort of tied them in, because I wasn't expecting that at all, but it fits. Yeah, I really like this episode. I also loved all the, relationship growth,
There's so much character stuff in this episode, and I loved it. So Nick and his mom, I loved Nick's mom. I love that you can really see both sides of their argument, that how much she wants him back home after this, traumatic experience both for him and for their family to lose their son. So you understand, absolutely, you want him back home, but then he's also like, I'm a grown man, I did go through this experience and now I feel like I need to build my own life. Yeah. Kind of thing.
He needs to prove himself.
And I really liked the way they introduced the conflict, her being concerned. I don't know, there's just something about the conflict that just felt so real and good, but also I love the way that they resolved it as well with George.
I think it's partially how they did his mom did feel like a real person. The concerns that she had were real. Even her religious overtones do feel like a real Southern mom. So my partner, his mom is a Southern mom, so that's why I was like, honestly, that all makes sense. I loved it when she was like, nope, I believe in ghosts, I believe in the Bible, I believe in this. And I was just like, oh, because I have heard that from people before too.
Yeah.
Of just being like, yeah, I believe in ghosts because, you know, I'm religious and da-da-da. But then you also hear like the other side of it too.
Yeah.
People who feel that way. But yeah, so it made sense leading into the like George and how she valued his relationship with his mom because she has such a rocky one with hers.
Yeah.
I thought that was really sweet.
This was the first time that I really felt that George was committed to Nick when she was talking to the mom. Like, she's going out on a limb, bearing all this info for his mom, who she barely knows, because she's so concerned for Nick, and telling him and saying, I got his back because I'm a bitch. Yeah, so you don't got to worry about it.
That's just like who George is. She's not an emotional person unless like she has to be.
Yeah.
Like when she had that conversation with Ryan last season. You know, sometimes when she's gotten like close to Nancy and stuff like that, you know, hers are all like big speeches. They're not little things.
Yeah.
Her little things are showing up.
Right.
You know, so that's how her like love language is.
Yeah.
But when like a conversation is needed, she will like get to it. No beating around the bush.
Yeah, and so then I really liked the relationship that was developing between George and Nick's mom. I also liked the way that they handled the Nick and George telling Nancy that they were together kind of thing. Yes. Nancy was just like, I'm happy for you guys. We've all moved on. They were like stressing about it. Not for nothing, because him and Nancy did every relationship, and it's not like it just disappeared because they broke up.
And then also because like, normally they'd probably be able to tell her, but with everything else going on, especially in Nancy's life, they were like, well, I don't want to give her one other upheaval when she just found out that her dad's not her dad. And, you know, and then also just adding in it to that, like, George dated her biological dad and all the mess. So they didn't want to, like, add to it. Yes. But yeah, in reality, Nancy wouldn't care.
So I'm really enjoying this transition that's occurring between Nick and Nancy, where they're, like, moving into friendship now after this awkward stage of the after breakup relationship thing, and like Nick is staying at her house. Their friendship is deepening as their romantic relationship lessened. Yeah. So I'm so into this transition that's happening right now.
Because, yeah, in a lot of shows, it's like, oh, they break up and then they don't talk at all. And I was like, that's not how it works in real life if you have mutual friends. Like, you become friends again unless there's a reason you can't. I like it. It's much more, like, grounded.
Yeah. Plus, you know, I love all the group together, so nothing can break them up, please.
And then also, I do like that they talk to the other people's parents. Not necessarily like...
Oh, like Ace talking to Carson.
Yeah, like Ace talking to Carson because he wants to make sure, like, to sort of keep him in the loop or, like, have that door open for Nancy since they might die soon.
Yeah.
And I think he, like, realizes the value in that.
And actually, that's kind of what's interesting to me about this Ace situation as well, is that I originally thought that with them dying soon, Bess would be the one most concerned. But I feel like from what we've seen of like actions-wise, Ace is definitely the most concerned that he's going to die soon and wrapping things up just in case they die. Like you said, keeping things open with Carson, letting go of any issues
I wonder
before potential death.
If for him it might be because his dad has been, like, it was a cop and has been in dangerous situations.
Yeah,
you know,
he's aware of, like, any moment could be that moment.
Yeah, like, he's just been more aware of it his life, so he, like, knows about, like, planned, like, being prepared for it. Like, that might have been something his dad even instilled in him, you know, with his job. And then also, I like that the kids do talk to other kids' parents. Not necessarily, like, to the... I don't think, like, in normal relationships you necessarily talk to them as much as these ones are, but, you know, with the death looming, it makes sense. Because I feel like in a lot of shows, it's, like, the kids of, like, your best friends don't talk to the parents at all. And the thing is, like, if they're your best friends, you can probably carry a conversation with them. Right? Probably know a little bit of what's going on in their life. But so I really liked just how well-rounded the whole episode was with, like, the relationships with people and then also with the mystery. I loved the, like, hunt for the 45.
Yes,
and
that
then
was so good.
Also that it turns out that, like, Buddy did take the record as, like, you know, like, pay your tab. Mac killed him over it.
Right.
So at first we were like, why is he so fixated on him? And then it's, oh, well, why is he fixated on him and now hurting him?
Because he happens to be black, just like Buddy.
I know.
Which was, like, the most random occurrence, but I'm going to let it go.
Maybe there wasn't a lot of black people in Maine in the 70s.
I was like, he's the first black person you've encountered, Mac, since then? What? Do we have any Maine watchers out there? Or people who've been to Maine? We're West Coasters. We've never been over there.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I feel like most of Stephen King's characters are white. Stephen King was right. Maine is full of ghosts. I love that quote. It's still just so funny.
Yeah, Nick's mom was pretty entertaining. Actually, all the parents are usually pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
None of the parents I'm like annoyed by or they're not doing anything. It's like Ace's dad being, well, volunteering at the station now, of course, but he was a cop before. George's mom being the psychic. Yeah. Nick's mom was like really sweet and concerned, but also still believes in ghosts. Carson's the lawyer dad.
Right. Yeah. I wonder if we'll ever get to see Bess's mom.
Maybe. I mean, we have her family still to investigate.
I know.
Which, speaking of,
Captain Marvin,
who was married to Odette, but clearly was not married to Odette.
No, he probably did force her into marriage in order to take her money.
Yeah, exactly. And then they like killed her. She was betrayed by the chaperone. Okay, so when we heard the original sea shanty, I was like, oh, is that what happened? But then something else must have gone down. But then when they revealed what happened, I'm so creeped. Like that, how young was she? You know what I mean? Like she had a chaperone who betrayed her. Well, that means young, right?
Not necessarily. Because the thing is, like, if she was an unwed woman, she would have had a chaperone.
I know, but don't you feel like time-wise, generally, she would have been young anyway?
Especially, yeah, because if she was an heiress, she would have been married off early.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
So, yeah.
So were they like just on traveling originally? Like, oh, we're going to America. And then on the boat, because there's so few people or whatever, he's able to manipulate the situation and the chaperone. Or maybe, you know, it was pre-planned before that. Yeah. I don't know, but it's creepifying.
Like, obviously, yeah, Captain Marvin, the Marvins. So does that, I do wonder, though, like, did they have any money before that? Or is their entire wealth tied to Odette, the Aglaeca? Yeah. And then also, we know that the Hudsons were also on there because he has the mirror. Yeah. So I wonder, like, could one of them be the chaperone?
Oh, that's good.
Like, are the Hudsons
and then they split the money so that, you know, because the chaperone would want to be in on it for the money.
Yeah.
That's good. I didn't even think about that. I was thinking, like, what if one of the families is the good guy and one's the bad guy kind of thing?
I mean, yeah, that'd be nice, but I highly doubt it.
I didn't even think of that. That was so good.
Because the thing about it, I feel like with season 1, with Bess being, like, from this rich family, you're kind of like, oh, this is a little bit, like, ridiculous. But it's fun. It's fun to watch. Yeah. And so I like that they actually tied in, like, the mystery to it to, like, give it more depth.
Yeah. Plus, I'm hoping we see more of the quirky Marvin family, which I think we will, because why bother introducing them? Unless they're all red herrings for Owen's murder, which, like, whatevs. Sorry, Owen. Why is Hannah copying gravestones at the graveyard? It just might be for historical purposes, absolutely. But I'm, like, wondering if there's more of a purpose, too. Just now that we know that they're seeding in so many mysteries way early on, I'm like, is this going to be coming up way later, mystery-wise?
And then also realizing sort of how many ghosts there are. Like, obviously, I feel like Hannah has to know more, just being such a history buff.
We also, of course, got a time limit. 3 days. Which, considering the way the show is going, that means 3 episodes, because this is moving at a fast pace. When Bess was like, we haven't slept in 36 hours. Oh my god, is this taking place literally right after the last episode, and they haven't slept because last night they were in the Gorham Woods with the Wraith? Wow.
Every time still you say Gorham.
It's so good. I love that it's just going to be like, okay, I didn't watch 24, but I'm aware that it like supposed to take place right after each other. This is pretty interesting.
I know. Yeah, I do. Yeah. So I feel like the writers really have like a good plan, and I think they're doing really well.
Yeah, I'm hyped. Oh wait, I guess the last thing. I am really glad that Nancy is making overtures for Carson and that she's starting, and it was when she was even talking to Ace, you could see that she was starting to want to repair the relationship, and it was almost felt like she was waiting for him to come back and apologize again so that she could start letting go. But
the problem is Carson is the type who will respect her space, so he's not going to do that.
So she needs to start making the overtures. So I really love that she like dropped off of things.
Yeah.
And it means that maybe we'll get a repaired relationship soon.
But I do also like that she is taking the time that she needs, because it was a very big secret.
Yeah.
And you know, if death wasn't looming, I would totally understand if she took more time. But with death looming, I think these like little steps are good for her and her relationship with him. If they might die in 3 days.
It's also satisfying for us as viewers. Yes. Because we don't want this dragged on too long. Even if it was understandable that you wouldn't forgive him for a long time, I don't want to watch that torture for a long time.
I mean, the thing about the show is I think they're really good with filling up the space with other things we're interested in, even when things we don't like are happening, because it's not like there's 2 or 3 storylines that were like, ugh, you know, it's all very well organized. Yes. So it makes it a good watch all around.
Yes. I'm so excited for episode 3.
No. Yeah. Loving this season. Can't wait for the next one.
Are you guys also suspicious of Detective Tamora. Is his name Tamora? Yeah. I don't know. Is it a red herring? Or, like, because the camera pulled out and it was incredibly obvious that they did it. So I really don't know if they're just trying to throw us off or if you think he might be related to the mystery in some way.
Right, which would be super fun.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, everybody else has a complex past. Yeah, I mean, even Karen turned out to have a backstory, so I wouldn't be surprised if Detective Tamora does too. Do you have the same theory as Jinxie, or do you have other theories?
Could be trying to trick us. I don't know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. We love to read them. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it helps out our channel a lot. And we will see you in episode 3. Bye.
Nancy. Where is it that they say Nancy like that? That I just stuck with Oh, it's a game. Because it was the Southern Ghost of Thornton Hall. Oh, because we mocked specifically, I even know. I know his name. The Ghost of Thornton Hall.
Nancy.
Secret Agent Man.
What am I doing?
Well, I don't know what you're doing. You're hitting the wrong buttons.
You're hitting the wrong buttons.
I'm not hitting anything. This is all you.
With my left hand.
You're left-handed.
You know?
It should be your left hand.
Yes, but this thing's not made for a left-hander. Nothing's ever
made
for a left-hander.
This is why we always sit in this position, by the way, in case you were wondering why we sit like this. She's left-handed, I'm right-handed, so this way we never hit hands in the middle. Yeah. She always sits on the left.
Those elbow bumps, so annoying. Story of my life.